Today, I'm releasing a brand new pack of transitions for DaVinci Resolve. This pack came from a tutorial I made several months ago where I recreated a transition I saw in the show Jet Lag here on YouTube. I love it. You can go check out that video. But I took that transition, sort of recreating the look of a slot machine with different video clips, cycling through the frame. And I packaged that up as a pack for all of you. So let's check it out. Of course, I'm here in the edit page of DaVinci Resolve. I have two clips, just me talking and then a screen recording of Resolve. And if I open up my toolbox in the effects library, video transitions, Sterling Supply Co., I have slots transitions. And you can see the quick organization of these. I have two main categories, split and synced. And for each of those, I have a variant going from 3 to 7 source. And of course, the easiest way to show what this all means is to just drop one and check it out. Let's look at this 3 source synced option first. I'll drop that on my clip. And if we slowly scrub through, by default, this is just 1 second. So you gotta zoom in a bit. If we slowly scrub through, you see it divides up the screen into 3 areas. And then we have this like red image in the middle, or red screen, and then it cycles through, and then we have our final scene. And this is the 3 source. I'm including the starting and ending video frames like among this source count. So this has 3 source, but even if we stay with the synced presets and come up to something like 5 source, if I drop that on, then you see by default it is 3. We have that red, but then it goes green, and then it goes blue, and then we have that final option. Now, to demonstrate, let me come in, and if I select that option, open up my inspector, come to source controls, you'll see I have 3 little clip name drop zones. And if I open up something, I have a whole bunch of images here. If I just drop one in this first drop zone, as I scrub through, you see, oh, now it is just this cute little picture of this dog that we got in there. And I'll drop another in this second clip name. I can scale that down if I need to. And one more in the third one. And if I scrub through, you see now, as it cycles through, we have the dog image, we have the lighthouse image, and then this final, I don't know, sort of like abstract-y thing image. And then we're all the way out. That's already pretty cool. But let's look at some of our expanded customization options. Right at the top, you have a segments drop down. If I get in the middle, we can see what's going on. By default, this is 3 segments, but you can go all the way from just full screen, in which case this is just a wipe with multiple clips, up to 4 segments, which cuts this instead into 4 little clips that all cycle through and then go out. And if I change this back to 3, you can also see by default, these rotate up. But the next option is direction. So it can go down instead, where it's full screen, and then it shuffles through down. And if I scroll down here, we have a line control. You can change like the width of these lines or the color or anything else. I mean, pretty much those options. But then we can also toggle on motion blur if we want it for the look of this effect. Now, that already is a lot of effects, and we could go up to this 7 source option, where it would have at that point 5 different drop zones for you to put images, or this does include video from your media pool into those areas, and it would scroll through, it would look great. That is the synced version. What about the split version? Well, to keep this simple, if I go back to the 3 source split, drop that on, you'll see even in this demo, the different segments start with a different color. And if I open up my inspector, I have different source control options for each segment. So this is just a 3 segment. So if I open up segment 1, we'll only have 1 drop zone. I drop that in there, and you'll see that this only drops that into the first segment drop zone. So if I come down segment 2, drop this other, drop this other one in there. This one, scale it down there, and then finally segment 3, like this clip. It lets you drop different clips into each segment. This is a 3 source, so there's only 1 clip in the middle. But something I do want to mention, if I grab something bigger like this 6 source split option, drag it on there, I do want to point out, note that these segments start with different colors, but I pretty much just like shifted them in time. So this one, it does have 2 green next to each other, but those will not be the same image. These colors are just representative to show you that it's different. So for this one, 6 source. So for each segment, if I open up this, I have 4 different drop downs for the media you want just in that first segment. Then you have a completely different set of controls for that second segment, all the way up to all 4 segments. So we can go all the way up to split 7 source, which gives you 5 in each of them. So you could show 20 different pieces of media, in quarter segment of the frames, not to mention that on larger ones like this 7 option, by default over its 1 second transition, it will really fly. Of course, if you stretch this out to maybe almost 2.5 seconds, then you'll have some time to really soak all that in. But of course, the point I was getting to there, where it can get pretty wild. And if you drop in a bunch of high quality media, or especially really high resolution photos, I don't doubt that this transition with 20 different pieces of media slot in could end up being pretty heavy. But of course, you can always cache this kind of effect, so you have smooth playback in the edit page. All in all, I think a fairly straightforward set of transitions, but if this really appeals to you, I think it does, fill that niche of sort of trailer media, or anytime you want to preview, scatter shot things that are coming, or maybe look back if you have a series and you just want general clips from the past, toss them in here. You can show a lot just over the course of one transition. I used one of these presets in the little ad reads that I'm dropping in videos now, so you might see some of those around. Probably won't be one in this video because it's all about a product I'm releasing. I want you focused on this. So if this kind of transition interests you, check the link to go over to my store at Sterling Supply Co., where you can purchase this there. Of course, there are also dozens of free presets and templates. If you don't want to purchase anything right now, that's okay. Also stick around because my next video, I plan to walk through the introductory steps of how you can start creating your own transitions completely in Resolve. I won't break down some of the behind the scenes stuff of this specific pack because I am saving that for website members over at Sterling Supply Co. With this video being live, they now have access to sort of a behind the scenes walkthrough that I've already recorded, going through some of the more specific, not tips and tricks, but kind of tips and tricks of how I put this together and some of the structure and different stuff that I made in Fusion. So if that interests you, you've also got that. So tons of different stuff. But if you just want to watch more videos about Resolve, I've also got that. I've got lots of stuff. But mostly, I've got a new transition pack for DaVinci Resolve. I think it's pretty cool. I hope you do too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.